This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Okay, alright. Strong pack here, so Grim Hireling's probably the pick. I've had a lot of good experiences with it, including in the qualifier weekend. Sea Tower Imprisonment is a great removal spell. I think those are really the two you're looking at. These three cards are all really great. Pilgrim's Eye is pretty nice too. After that, there's a pretty steep drop off to, like, you know, things that are fine. Like, you hear something on watching Herd Gorger, but Hireling's great. Excuse me. Can turn all your stuff into, your treasures into removal. So it's good with other treasures, but it makes treasure on its own. It's just really strong. So, thank you for the follow, Neslaw. So, don't want the black card here. Kind of looking at your Confronted Ray Robbers, Soldiers of the Watch. Pilgrim's Eye is good with the Hireling, because it's a flyer. And you can play it the turn ahead of the Hireling, and then the Eye also is just a good card anyway, because of fixing. It's kind of where I'm leaning here is Pilgrim's Eye. Yeah, that's where we're going to go. Okay, interesting. So this card's pretty strong. The problem is, blue's not great in the format, and you have to be pretty deep blue to play it. So you can't just have like 7 islands or something. You kind of need like 10 plus. And it is strong, like I said, but I don't know. Don't love it. Krydle kind of goes well with our Hireling, but it's also another blue card, which, you know, blue can work out, but it has to be, there have to be really good cards in the packs, and basically no one else can be drafting it. And so it's hard to make that happen. Might just be Fire Beetles or Weaponry. Or Warcaller, actually. I think it's just Warcaller. I was overlooking the Warcaller there that whole time. Yeah, we'll take the Warcaller. Great 1-drop. I mean, it really alters games despite only costing 1 mana. I like Horde Robber, but I like Hobgoblin Captain a little more, even with the Hireling around. Yeah, this is our second draft of the day. So, you can also splash the Hireling off of the Eye, although it's a little less good because, you know, having access to as much black mana as possible does make that ability better. And yeah, you'll have it from treasure, but you have to give up the treasure to use the ability, which makes the ability less potent. So, still probably worth a splash, but, you know, just saying. Alright, another Pilgrim's Eye. I've also got a Dread Lenorm, which I think is quite good. It's really what we're looking at. Pilgrim's Eye and Dread Lenorm. Do I like the Lenorm a little better than a second Pilgrim's Eye? I think so. You know, the adventure here is just quite good. Often gives you a 1-for-1 deal, and then you have a pretty real creature. I've been pretty happy with it overall. You know, in Eldraine, they gave us a lot of adventure creatures who had tricks as their adventure, and they were all really good. And in this set, they only gave us 1, and I think we know why. So, you know, because they were too good. Okay, another Warcaller is pretty great. Definitely take it over a Fireball. Okay, I'm taking one of these. I already have some decent top curve. I kind of think maybe looking at a bit of ramp is wise, as opposed to Herd Gorger. Now, it is kind of annoying how bad the Nurture is alongside like our 1 and 2 drop that we have, but I think we'll take the Nurture here. Okay, so if we want fixing, we can have it, because here's a Follow the Tracks. Sylvan Shepherd's fine. It's one of these. These are both the best 2 cards in the pack, I think. So, which do I want more? I think the Shepherd, you know, this thing's nice, but it's a little clunky. You need to be adding to the board. Every Pilgrim's Eye ever. Okay. Right now, it feels like we're red, green, splash, black. But we'll see. This is definitely the best card here. I may just take it. I'm not... It isn't... We may not even end up in red. It's hard to tell. And Druidic Ritual is not great. So, I think we'll take your Confronted by Robbers and see what happens there. Alright, definitely Fire Beetles here. Like most double team cards, it's does some work. Alright, we get a Horde Robber. Are we black-red? Are we red-green? Are we green-black? Who knows? Two Pilgrim's Eyes does make it significantly less painful to, you know, not be certain about what our colors are at this point. Poison the Blade's fine. I mean, there's another John Arenicus. Okay. Had one in our first draft of the day. Definitely very good. If we end up in black, it won't be hard for us to splash thanks to our Pilgrim's Eyes. Question is whether we're going to end up in black. But it is really good, you know. Draws you cards most of the time, mills your opponent too at times. Jahira's pretty good, like most specialized cards. This is a nice 2-drop. You know, Grim Bounty's in the pack too, but I think we probably take Arenicus. It's strong enough. Okay, well, so this makes me really want to lean into black-red more than anything, which is interesting given how things have gone. But Raphael's really strong, and while you can splash him, if you're in black-red, you're just going to have a bunch of demons, devils, imps, and tieflings. So, yeah. So I think we take this. Consider just losing the green. I mean, our green is good, but it's not great. I mean, these two cards we just picked up are better than every card we had so far. So, yeah. You know, Null Hunter, you know, if we were still in green, if we still think we're going to end up in green, Null Hunter's pretty good. But pack also has, like, Trap Finder, which is perfectly fine, Fire Beetles, Red Gate. I think we probably take Trap Finder, maybe. Yeah, we'll take the Trap Finder. So far... Only got one thing that Raphael buffs. Okay. Yeah, so Warriors of Tiamat is nice. Maybe it'll wheel. But we take Enthusiasm. It's a great removal spell. I guess we could end up red something else and splash black, too. But we'd be trying to splash all three of these, which would be... crazy. I feel like playing the common color they all have is probably the right thing to do as like a base color. I guess maybe we play Clutches. We will if we need to, that's for sure. Valor Singer or Imp. I think we go with Valor Singer. The Imp's nice, but the fact it only has 1 toughness comes up a ton. You know, I like the Scry, but I think this just, you know, more aggressive card. It's also a Tiefling. So there you go. So, Incessant Provocation, if we have sack outlets, can be pretty good. We don't currently, but we are reasonably likely to pick them up. And the other options in the pack, like Sigil's strong, but you have to end up in the right deck for it, and that's hard to do. And Manticore is not great. I think we'll take the Provocation. It has the highest ceiling for sure. Okay. Mediocre stuff. Do I take a good green card? I kind of think I do. Just in case we end up pivoting back into green. Green does have potentially the ability, like if we went red, green, and then splashed 3 black bombs. I mean, I think it would. The deck could do it if you have the right fixing anyway. So I think Sellsword's probably a little better than these other things. It's not great. We could play the cost. It is just so clunky in this format, though. But it would help us find our bombs, and that matters. But we probably take Sellsword. Right, another Valor Singer. Do I like it more than Vampire Spawn? They're pretty comparable cards, I think. I think we take the Singer. This could end up working out if we have enough treasure. Thieves' Tools is okay. We don't have anything like amazing with it. I think we'll take the Artificer and see what happens. Alright, so here's one of these green cards that could potentially enable us to pivot into like red-green, splash black for 3 cards. I think I'm going to take it. Alright, another Sellsword. Not great, but it is playable, so might end up with some dragon stuff too. You know, it does make like Dragon's Rage or whatever better. 2 mana, 3 damage one. Armor of Shadows is acceptable. Alright, there's the Sigil if we really want it. Ooh, boy. Okay, we're just opening all the bombs. Well, we're definitely playing black. You know, any sort of illusions we had of splashing it are now over. But that's fine, because now we have John, Raphael, and the Hourglass Coven. And we were talking in the last draft, is this or Lae'zel better? I think those are the 2 best bombs in the format, so we're happy to get it here. Yeah. I've been lucky enough to have it a few times, actually. Okay, so Altar of Ball is pretty good, and it's not like we don't have powerful things to bring back. So I think we take it. You know, it's not a bomb by any stretch, but it has an okay adventure, and then it can bring back powerful stuff from our graveyard. Certainly better than the other black and red options in this pack. So here's Myconid. That's another of these commons that can enable you to be like base green and splash a bunch of stuff. But we're just going to take a Rabble Rouser. Great 2-drop. I don't know why it's not a Tiefling. Looks like one in the art to me, but I know nothing about D&D. So take that with a grain of salt. Okay. All right. Interesting pick here. So another Rabble Rouser. It's also a Sepulchre Ghoul, which goes well with our Incessant Provocation. It's probably not enough of a reason to grab it. There's also Sewer Plague, which is a fine removal spell. We're not doing great on removal. It may just have to be Sewer Plague here. Yeah, I think it is. Those other things would be great and all, but we need some removal. Okay, well, here's some more. There's also a Ghast, so Grave Choice is removal. It's not amazing removal, though. I think we do take a Shambling Ghast over it. Okay, another Pilgrim's Eye. Probably don't need it, though. We'd probably take Improvised Weaponry. We have enough fixing. I mean, we're only splashing blue. This is funny, because like our last deck was also black-red splash, John. But the deck outside of that wasn't very good. This one's a lot better. Yeah, we want weaponry. Ramps us, fixes for us, it's removal. Those are all things we're interested in. Another Ghast. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, we're not playing Provocation. I don't even know. I think in the end we're going to end up with enough playables. We don't have to play any of these subpar cards, which is good. because we had a few. We had a few. Yeah, pretty crazy, the top end on this deck. Hireling, Arenicus, Raphael, Hourglass Coven. It's going to take some really bad luck for us to not do well here. Or really poor play, one or the other. Another Valor Singer, I think, is fine. Oh, Vampire Spawn, down with that. Picking up lots of quality playables here late. Yeah, Chain Devil's fine. We're just going to run one island. I mean, our mana's going to be pretty good. 2 Pilgrim's Eyes, 1 island, variety of treasure things. Probably don't end up playing our armor. Though it does get a little better when you have a bunch of bombs. Deck looks good. Real good. I feel like Black-Red has been my most common deck overall, for whatever reason. Well... Okay, I think Rabble Rouser is just better than the Ghoul, the way this format has shook out. And we don't have great sack fodder. We have some, but I think just another, you know, sacking these is pretty good, and sacking this is pretty good, but they're also perfectly fine without a bunch of sacking. Summon Undead, not useless in this deck. I don't know if it's going to make the cut in the end, but... It is, when you have a bunch of bombs, it gets a lot better, that's for sure. Okay, so we only need 1 island. That much I know. Probably go up to 8. 8, 8, 1. Okay. We already have reanimation, and it actually does a thing other than reanimation, so we probably don't really need to throw in, Summon Undead, so... We just have this to get back, like, powerful stuff from our graveyard. So. I guess the Trap Finder in the end isn't great here. When you have basically no way to sack it, it's definitely not as good. Thank you for the follow, Patriot. So we need one more cut here. You know, I think we have to hold on to Horde Robber when we've got Grim Hireling, plus it's a Tiefling, plus it ramps us. It isn't amazing in this deck overall, but I think maybe Chain Devil's what we cut. Yeah. It's fine. It is a devil, I guess. How many of those things do we have? We have 1 devil. 5 Tieflings, so that's pretty good. That's it, right? We don't have any of the other things. No imps. Yeah. So, do I want to cut Chain Devil? It does also set up Raphael, which is pretty cool. It works well with Shambling Ghast. I guess that also means it works well with that 1 mana 1/1 we just cut. Maybe it's just, I mean, it's either Chain Devil or Vampire Spawn, I think. Chain Devil does seem like it has more synergy with the deck than the Spawn does. So I think that's where we're going to go. All right. Looks like a pretty good deck. Yeah. Lots of bombs. Bombs ahoy. Not the best hand in the world. Very awkward, you know. Chain Devil is fine, but if your board's empty, it's not great. I think we keep it, but it is not a good hand, overall. I think it's one that's probably better than your average 6-card hand. I mean, we have our 2 main colors and stuff, but, you know, it's got problems. We at least have removal. 2 removal spells, really. One kind of awkward thing here is... Okay, good. That makes me feel a lot better. Yeah. So, Fire Beetles. What was going to be awkward is if I had to use this and then play the Chain Devil and it gets the buff, because... obviously that's not great. That lines up quite well against fire beetles. The Myconid is pretty frustrating in that situation. Also lines up really well against Chain Devil. So, one of the worst cards we could possibly see here, I think. I still think we attack. You know, we get a free fire beetles back. So, I do think we attack. You know, double team makes this attack not completely miserable. If they want to block, they at least have to lose something, you know, and that matters. I think we'd probably play Pilgrim's Eye here. Nice. Do I play the other fire beetles? Nah. I think if we can get a Renicus going, we will. So let's grab our island. Next turn, we could play Irenicus and Enthusiasm, or, you know, whatever. Oh, I always forget it's a non-token sack. It's still, the fact they can sack Myconid is not great. So, still lines up pretty nicely, because all they would lose is 1 toughness and mana. I mean, the mana matters, of course, but, you know. Do I block a Saproling with my Pilgrim's Eye? I think with Chain Devil in play, probably not. Oh, that changes the game. It's because we can play the Hireling, attack with Pilgrim's Eye, get 2 treasure. Yeah. Okay. Is playing John Irenicus just going to be better, though, because it's the better blocker? I mean, I do get 2 treasure, and then I can cast Fire Beetles, or I can use the treasure to kill something. How many cards do they have? They have 1 more than me. So it would mill them right now. I wouldn't draw a card right away. I think getting things started with the Hireling and making them... Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do here. It does mean they're going to get another Rabble-Rouser, but I can live with that. So I can kill an X2 here, or play Fire Beetles, or play Enthusiasm. Kind of feels like Enthusiasm on Rabble-Rouser is pretty good here. Yeah. Before they get another copy. What are they waiting for? Hireling might be dead now. But that's okay. That is not okay. So, Irenicus could be a 4/5. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's not exactly what you're looking for. Luckily, we have a pretty good hand in terms of rebuilding. But pretty brutal nonetheless. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 mana. So we're gonna play Irenicus and Fire Beetles. Yeah, I think some of the avatars are pretty silly. So, mill, right? Yeah. Ooh, they have Minsk and Boo. I'm glad I milled that. It was really sad yesterday when I got destroyed by a Minsk and Boo deck in the qualifier. It's like, man. Alright, we're going to take the 2 here. Uh-oh. The vampire spawns. Not amazing. Yeah. I think we play Chain Devil and sack the Beetles here. We're going to need to draw one of our other bombs, I think, which Irenicus might help us do. So that's nice. But yeah, so we get rid of one of their creatures, probably a Barbarian. Then we trade Chain Devil for whatever has the Basilisk Collar this turn. Interesting. They want to keep their Barbarian. I'm a little surprised by that. Okay. Unfortunately, our opponent also came with a very powerful rare. One that's pretty difficult to beat, especially if they play it when you're behind. And we were, and we still kind of are. Oh, no. This feels like a rare, you know. I don't know, you know, thinking about what the best specializers are, I think Ambergris is certainly up there. Very high on that list. Does look like they're just going to swing with Ambergris, though, which I am all for. Although they get to draw cards, so I'm not all for that. But if I get to kill it before it transforms, I think I can accept that. Please, not another land. That's all I ask. Okay, that is certainly not another land, and we can actually set some pretty gross stuff up with it. So I think we just leave up our mana here. The reason being, if they put it on the spawn, I can Sewer Plague the spawn and block it. And the Death Touch obviously doesn't matter at that point, so... Would have been nice to draw these in the other order, but, you know, can't complain too much. We gotta find another bomb. Like our Hag, especially, I think, would be good, because we're far enough behind on the board that 3 bodies would help a lot. Yeah, Ambergris is a weird name. I'm with you. Not sure how they ended up there. But they did. So we are going to get rid of this vampire spawn. Interesting. If they attack with Barbarian, too... They have 1 black mana available. There's not really anything they can do. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Doesn't do a whole lot just yet, but we do get a body out of it. I don't think there's that much of a risk of +1/+0 indestructible. I mean, it's a thing, but that card is played so little that I wasn't super concerned about it. So we did get another rare. It's not one of our other bombs, but, you know, it's pretty good. Getting back Chain Devil's not bad. They are probably just going to start attacking with Pilgrim's Eye here. I could actually bring something back right away, like our Grim Hireling. Give up this token to have an unblocked Hireling. I guess that's pretty good. I can also give up the Ghast, but the Ghast lines up quite well on this board right now. So I could wait a turn. I'm not the most desperate to reanimate it now. And this is actually pretty good with it, so I guess I'm going to wait. It's too bad this isn't sack, it's exile. So I can't kill one of their things at the same time. Alright, so yeah, I think we just pass. We're not in immediate danger of death, hopefully. So having to have an untapped blocker isn't, like, crucial. Okay, Horde Robber. I'll take it. Might be the most worth giving up to get back Hireling. So, I'm leaning towards blocking the Barbarian and killing the Pilgrim's Eye. Yeah, works for me. I'd rather kill the Flyer, since we currently have no ways to block it. Oh my god. These vampire spawns are trying to end us. Oh, hello. Okay. Lifelink on the board is a big deal. We have 9 mana, 5, 7... This is also a tiefling. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I think maybe we can't play... I think we need to bring back our... Grim Hireling enough that, nah, I just don't want to give up any of this stuff. It's my problem. So I think maybe we just play these both out and wait. I guess I can attack for 4. It's not the worst. Obviously, they're just going to take it, but... Alright, so we got another bomb. Giving one of our things lifelink is especially nice when we're at 4. Like, I would pretty happily trade for Reckless Barbarian and gain 2 life. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Plus, I get a Devil. So... we go up to 6. They go up to 30. We get a Devil. Alright, so now... I think it's time... The Warcaller is not especially useful right now. This stage of the game. So, we're going to do this. And get back... Grim Hireling. Although, I guess getting back Chain Devil is pretty strong right now, but I think Grim Hireling is probably better. Given that we can turn our treasure into removal. So that's going to gain us, take us up to 8, and then we'll kill the Saproling with the treasure. The only awkward thing here, I think maybe we leave the Devil back. because we're going to need a block. Yeah. Drop him to 22, make some treasure. X equals 1. Sack of treasure. Yeah, this deck is pretty busted. We were in a little bit of danger, but I think we've probably now stabilized. I have to see. So we block with our devil token here if they attack us. Yeah, block. That'll take us up to 8, and then we kill the spawn with the trigger. Okay. Works for me. Okay. So, kill the war caller here. I think then we just reanimate Chain Devil here. Sack Rabble Rouser. Sack. I guess we're going to sack our Chain Devil, which is a little sad, but I'll be okay, given how much damage we're hitting them for. Pretty amazing to stabilize, given the situation. Think we got there. It was looking scary, but then we drew our friend Raphael. We can just kill Thrakkus with the Hireling and swing out. We can also just attack with the 2 unblockable creatures in this situation. Yeah. Whew! It's kind of how I hoped this deck would play out. It is pretty crazy how many bombs we got in this deck. And Altar of Baal ended up being pretty amazing in that game. I don't think it's nearly as good as like our John or our Hag or our Raphael, but, you know, it's a pretty good role player when you have other powerful bombs, and that's what we did. We got back the Hireling. So, yeah. Hopefully our other games aren't nearly as stressful in the early going. That's what we're going to try to avoid here. Alright, this is fine. It's a little slow, so hopefully we're not up against a really fast red-white aggro deck, and we get to draw a War Caller, so that makes it a lot less slow. So, we are going to swing... No, we're not. I think giving Fire Beetles haste is probably better here. Yeah. We'll give it haste at the end of their turn, because it'll be able to swing and make a copy right away. Uh-oh. Opponent having mana issues. Yeah, Altar plus Hag could end up being pretty absurd if we ever get them together. So, we don't even need to fetch mana because we can play John Irenicus next turn. So, I think we just play Fire Beetle here. Okay. That's sad. But they didn't use it on John Arenicus, so I like that part. So end our turn here. We'll have 29 cards. So we'll get to draw a card right away. This turn we'll be able to... actually, we won't be able to. Do we think they have another Undersimplify? I guess we could play around it a little here. We do have that luxury, given what they look like, what they're doing here. Yeah, I think I'm going to play around it a little. Oh, hello. Well, now playing Pilgrim's Eye is pretty good no matter what, because it gets us our 5th land. So... yeah, so we go Pilgrim's Eye, haste. Look out. Grab a swamp. And we'll pass because we want to give Raphael haste. Oh, we do want to attack with Pilgrim's Eye, though. So I think we're just going to, you know, slam out these powerful cards here. Yeah, that's not going to be good for them, because we're going to give Raphael haste here. Play Raphael. They're stuck on 2 mana. I was going to say, like, it sucks for them. We've all been there. If they didn't have that Undersimplify... oh, I guess I have some... if they didn't have that Undersimplify, we would have really destroyed them, but that bought them a tiny bit of time. Alright, pretty darn good. Wish I could give this... well, it comes into play tapped, so... it's not like haste would be that good. But turn 2, tap this, attack with Warcaller with haste is... very nice. So, they can kill our Warcaller, but because we have another one, like, we're kind of okay with that, I think. So yeah, I think we just do it. Wow. Interesting. Sepulchre Ghoul, okay. Makes sense now. Somewhat, anyway. I'm happy to have them do that now, because now I can just attack into it. I wouldn't have been able to, otherwise. Because it would have become a 4/4. Now I can't do that. Yeah, so let's attack. Then I think we play Rabble-Rouser number 2. And another Warcaller. Okay. So... options. I think maybe we just do the altar here. And end our turn. Yeah, seems fine. The Sepulchre Ghoul is making our attacks a lot less effective, unfortunately. The good news is, if we let this game go long, we have a good shot at winning it, too, so... you know. So we'll give haste to one of the things in our hand. I guess Valor Singer. Okay. So I think we just... Yeah, we'll play Valor Singer here. Buff our 4/1. Not really worth attacking with here. So they can block, but not that effectively. If it were a 4/1, they could do a little better. But 5/1 is enough of a problem that they don't really have a good block. Morning, Goddard Hazard, and thank you for the raid, Uncle Russ. Yes, I'm just going to take 5. Thank you for the follow, Leo Augusta. And Telexis as well. I don't think I mentioned you earlier. Wow. Using containment on a token is kind of rough. It is a good token, but it's still kind of rough. Yeah, our weaponry does not line up super well here. That is for sure. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We can buff these all to 3/3. And I can also... Yeah, so I think we buff one of them and attack with it. I don't think I want to attack with both here. Okay, I guess we wait for them to do their thing. Wonder what they sack. Probably the Prowler. They draw a card. Yeah. Horde Robber or Altar? The Altar is just not very good right now. So I think the answer is probably Horde Robber. It's not great now either, though. I can even hold on to this, but because I can make treasure, I'm not that worried about holding on to blue. Yeah, I guess we're just going to play another creature. End our turn. I like tapping this just to make my opponent think I have a creature with haste. You usually do, so, but, you know, it's worth the bluff, because you're not, especially when you don't get anything out of attacking with it, so... They do have a lot more cards than we do right now. Don't love that. We need one of our bombs, please. I guess if we drew our hag, we'd have to wait a turn, but I can live with that. Ooh. That's not great news. Yeah. So this coming down is going to be a pain. That's for sure. More mana. So, do I just kill Priest of Ancient Lore and then swing with these 3 things? Seems alright. See what they have here. Think they blink it again? No, indestructible. I can live with that. Then we'll play our altar. And end our turn, unfortunately. This one is not really going our way so far. Oh no! And our opponent has their own Hourglass Coven. My goodness. So we basically need to draw ours now to have a chance, I would say. I guess drawing Raphael would be pretty good, but it depends on what abilities they give this thing. These things. Mill and -2, -1. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I think we lose. Can't do anything here. I mean, I can attack with Valor Singer, but... So they just get to outright kill our Warcaller, and then they're going to mill us. We do have Altar of Baal in play. I guess they could mill something. Oh, no, it exiles our graveyard, too, though. Never mind. Yeah. Gonna be tough to beat. Especially because this is also about to join the party. Not good. It's not great. Okay. Well. Chain Devil it is. I could actually do it twice to thin out their board here with the altar. I have to give up multiple bodies to do it, but it might be worth doing. So we sack a Chain Devil. Then we can alter, get Chain Devil back. Lose our Horde Robber. And then I guess Valor Singer. It's not great, but I think that was kind of the best thing we could do. Oh, wow. That hit our Hireling, our Raphael, and our Hag. That's game. It would be a real shock if I managed to win this now. Oh, yeah. So just attack for 12. We done. Well, hopefully that's the only way people beat us, is by playing their own ridiculous bomb. And us, you know, it has to be them playing theirs and us not drawing one of ours, more or less. And, that is what happened there. Right, it's kind of an iffy hand, sort of. I mean, it's pretty good. I just don't like that I don't have any of my bombs, I guess. But we're gonna draw them. Or maybe we'll just draw every one of our Pilgrim's Eyes. I guess giving haste to a future creature is more valuable. I think we probably do play Pilgrim's Eye. I mean, it will thin out our deck a bit, for one thing. Hey, they have my second favorite sleeve, Birds of Paradise. I used to always use that one. So, maybe now I want to play Valor Singer, I guess. Yeah. So, do I buff my Warcaller here and offer a trade? I don't hate that, honestly. I think we just attack with both of these. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, hello. Might get countered, but we're going for it. Let's just top deck Raphael after this turn when we have 2 creatures he can buff plus a bunch of treasure. Yeah, that's not good. The good news is we can just block it with a Pilgrim's Eye and... yeah, I mean, generate the value that way. I can actually play both Pilgrim's Eyes here. I guess that's what we do. So, Pilgrim's Eye, grab our island. Play another Pilgrim's Eye. Grab, I guess, a mountain. Doesn't really matter. This thing's strong, but we can block it to prevent things from getting too crazy. That is not what we were hoping for. We're going to attack with 1 Pilgrim's Eye. Not really a reason to attack with the other, especially because we can just block Oyar Mintatok with one of them. So we're up to 3 treasure now. Do I want to just kill the Innkeeper here because I can? Maybe. The only thing is, I'm going to need to kill Oyar Mintatok at some point, so I don't think we do. Maybe we do. Nah. The life gain's just not... it's just not enough of a problem. Uh-oh. They're gonna kill my Grim Hireling here, though. It's gonna be costly, but they're gonna do it. Wow, they got a treasure back. Alright, so... yeah, we pretty much have to block. Can't really let them go spell booking. We really need to draw something good, and we do. Can even block Oyar Minartok with it. We're in some danger going 2-2 here. I mean, I know we're in an okay spot right now, but I think we're maybe 1 removal spell away from things going sideways. And the way they're looking at John Orenicus has me very concerned. All right. Do I block with Valor Singer or John Orenicus? There's like 1 trick they could have that blows us out. Oh, there's 2. There's the adventure one, and then there's the other. Should have left Pilgrim's Eye back, huh? I think we block with the Valor Singer, sadly. I definitely don't think I double block there with that much mana. Like, it's an utter blowout instead of just an ugly chump block. Oh, no. I'm gonna be so sad if this deck ends up sort of petering out on us despite how good it is. But if we keep drawing lands the way we have, that's exactly what's gonna happen. We've had rough draws. I mean, we had an incredibly lucky draft, so I guess maybe it evens out, but man. We do get to draw a card here. It is a real card. That's nice. Yeah, we gotta block Oyar Minartok. Take 4. We need our Hag. That's what we desperately need here. That's not it. I can block and kill Oyar Minartok with Ganassi Rabble-Rouser, I guess. I guess that's a thing. These last 2 games, we have drawn lands like in crunch time when we really, really didn't need to. 3, 6, 7, 10 mana. I think basically all of these mechanics are fine for limited except specialized. If you hate digital-only mechanics, whatever, you know. But when we're just talking about limited, it's a whole other thing. It's brutal when you're drawing a bunch of extra cards and you're still just drawing more lands. Like, not really what you want to be doing. Do we actually get to kill Oyar Minartok here? Because I'd be pretty happy if we did. We're about to find out. We do go to 11 here, so it may not matter, but we do not. 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Well, we are kind of getting beat by a bomb again. I mean, we haven't really let it do its bomb thing exactly. But by us having to block it every single turn, we've given them a big advantage. Okay, well, there's our Hag. She might get us back in this. But we're far enough behind on the board, I'm not that confident she can, honestly. Things have gone that poorly for us. But we're going to try. Skeleton, token. Seems pretty good when Oyar Minartok is around. -2, -1 isn't bad. But yeah, let's get the skeleton token option. I wish I had the life drain option. The ward with them at 14 just isn't relevant enough. Menace does potentially give us the ability to pressure them. Which matters. Each opponent loses 3 life. Yeah. It's not that hard for them to keep up with that. I guess we're going to go with ward. We really needed the life drain one, like, to be reasonably confident about how this is going to go. The worm's not complete. Oh, you're right, it is unblockable. I was thinking I had enough power. I don't. Yeah, we're dead. Rough. 2-2 start with this deck hurts my heart. But it looks like that's where we're going. Interesting. Yeah, we're dead. You know, it's funny, our first deck today was bad, and we started out 2-0, and the deck was overachieving. This deck is really good, and we started out 2-0, and now it's underachieving. So we'll see where it ends up. I mean, pretty brutal. Yeah, we've drawn a lot of lands. That much is for sure. It's not a great hand. I do think we keep it. You know, we're on the play, and we have giant fire beetles, which probably will not be able to be blocked. But, man. I'm going to be, like I said, it's going to be kind of soul-crushing if this deck manages to go 2 and 3. Yeah, you can criticize a product if you want to, obviously. And I think the economy for constructed alchemy and everything is awful. But for paper Magic, I mean, not paper, but for limited, the mechanics in this set are just like any other mechanics. There aren't any real cardinal rules that have to be held to in Magic, like, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think it's perfectly fine, basically, to have digital-only mechanics. But I'm also mostly a limited person. Okay. Well, I think we play Fire Beetle. You know, I hope if they ever do this again, they're not as lazy about art and stuff. That's for sure. Yeah, I do think people have... I mean, it's just like anytime anything has changed in Magic, everybody thought it was the worst thing ever. And then obviously it wasn't. So, like, the game has survived for a long time. So, I think we attack here. We get to trade with the Basilisk at worst. At the worst. And I could just kill both of them if I use Mephit's Enthusiasm, which might actually just be worth it. If they block. They may not even block. So... I actually can't kill both without also losing my creature. Because, yeah, I do have to lose my creature if that's the path I take here. Is that the path I want to take? Oh, yeah, there's plenty of poorly designed paper Magic mechanics. You are not wrong. I guess I could have... What I should have done maybe is cast Mephit's Enthusiasm and just attacked them. But yeah, I think we just go with that. There is a top 10 worst mechanics, but it's actually not about the worst designs, which would be a different thing. Yeah, so play Fire Beetle number 2 here. So next turn we probably want to play Pilgrim's Eye. I do have most convoluted or complex mechanics, which is sort of what you're looking for. It has some of that kind of stuff in it. Yeah. Okay. So we attack, obviously. Get in for 2. We play Pilgrim's Eye. We're gonna grab our swamp and not our island because we really want to play Hourglass Coven next turn. We do have to draw a land to make it happen, but I think because it's likely enough, we just grab the swamp. Probably draw our John Irenicus now, huh? All right, so then we play Hobgoblin Captain. End our turn. I don't know what they're ramping into, but it has me a little concerned. That's for sure. So I definitely block that if it attacks us. It does not. Okay. Grim Hireling has arrived. I think we attack with... Yeah, we play the Hireling, attack with Pilgrim's Eye, and then kill Ambergris with the treasure. You can actually attack with the Beetles, too. Yeah. If they want to block... Yeah, so... We kill that, and then we're going to use the treasure to kill the Shepherd. Oh, wait a second. I didn't do any damage to it. What am I doing right now? Nobody knows. It's like, you know, I'm dejected because we're not doing as well as I hoped, and now I'm playing poorly as a result. So, yeah, I think we just end the turn. We could cast Mephit's Enthusiasm to kill the Shepherd here while they're tapped out. And then we still have mana next turn for Hourglass Coven. Yeah, okay. I don't think that was what I wanted to do. I don't think I should have attacked with the 2/2 Menace thing, but... See, they said good game, but they didn't really mean it. They're gonna be mad here, though, because... Hourglass Coven. Alright, so we're gonna attack for 1. Play Hourglass Coven. Alright, Life Drain. -2/-1 or Scry. I think -2/-1 is probably a little better. Am I gonna wish I'd warded? So I think we just take 6. Hello, Relevin. Oh. -2/-1 until my next turn. Nice. Okay. So... Let's cast Chain Devil. Sack our Pilgrim's Eye. Although the Eye can attack here, but... Maybe Hobgoblin Captain was better to get rid of. I think there's an argument to be had there. Wish I had Menace now. They do have 2 white gates that they'll be able to use eventually. Okay. All right, so... I have attacks here. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to make. I think we send in the Hobgoblin Captain, buff it twice. Drops them to 12. Okay. Do I swing out here? Yeah, I think so. All right, we're at least not going to go 2 and 3. Took drawing our hag to get us there, but didn't play great in that game, but won in the end anyway. Yeah, I mean, the people, you know, yes, there's more variance in the game, but there are more mechanics that are variant in Alchemy, like Seek to a certain extent, but literally anytime you draw a card, it's technically random, and especially cards that are completely, like, Collected Company, like, that's, you know, that is a completely rangy kind of effect. I mean, there's a lot of cards like that in Magic already, and the people, you know, I've said before, Magic is like, you know, chess and poker. Chess doesn't have that much variance, poker has a lot, and it's sort of somewhere in the middle. But sometimes I have people say, I think it's more like chess than you think, you know, about, like, there not being that much variance. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, every hand you draw is variance. Every card you draw is variance. Like, it's not like you have the exact chess pieces all on the board, always in the same position at the start of every game, you know? The only variance that's introduced is what your opponent does, and that's still... there are a lot fewer possible outcomes because there's not any randomness, exactly. Unless you consider humans... I mean, and humans are kind of random, to be fair, but... Alright. Kind of need a third land at some point. Well, I'll take a creature I can play, I guess. So, Hobgoblin Captain. Land? We've drawn so many lands, and now we can't draw lands. Feels good. Guessing they're going to trade for our captain. That's fine by us, I think. Third land gets us to 4 lands, so we really need to do it. Oh, it hurts. Okay. Kill this. Attack for 2. Speaking of variance, it may have killed this draft for us. Okay, we got our third land. I'm pretty happy about that. Definitely want to play Pilgrim's Eye. Attack with both of these. Look out for that 2-1 Pilgrim's Eye. It's going to do some work. Grab a swamp. I mean, I think we trade our Pilgrim's Eye for their Imp if that's what's going to happen here. Nice. The mana is now flowing. Kind of think I might swing out here. Yeah. There are some things that could go really wrong, though. The 5 damage to an attacker card, for example. So, I think I go a little more... The only nice thing about swinging out is I may get to clear their board out, depending on how they block. But if they block with Valor Singer, I'm not able to spend the mana the way I want to. So, I think we just attack with Pilgrim's Eye. And they easily can have indestructibility or something here. So, doesn't look like they do. I think that probably means we play Chain Devil just to clear out their board. Yeah, so Chain Devil. Then we'll sack our Chain Devil. I think the Rabble Rousers seem more useful right now. Okay. Not loving that. I'm not going to be able to block, so I kind of think attacking here is fine. Oh. Really? Kind of didn't expect that. Yeah, I think we just kill the outcasts, let them hold on to the Hippogriff. That way we can still play a couple things this turn. If I had one more mana, I'd be able to kill them both, but... Yeah, so then we go... Fire Beetles. Horde Robber. Here's our 6th land, so yeah, that's cool. We swing with everything. Yep, that's fine. We're even going to get blue mana here, it looks like. We're in good shape now. Had a rough start to this game, but it's going to be tough for them now. When you have to, like, deadly dispute your own creature out of desperation, it doesn't feel too good. Like, in response to a bomb, and you're just like, I need to find something. The only thing is, like, regular removal doesn't do enough against the Coven. Maybe they have a sweeper, I guess. Let's go with Menace. They're at low enough life that I think just pressuring them is best. And Ward. Menace and Ward seem pretty good here. We're just going for the best possible attackers in this situation. If they have the board sweeper, I guess the only thing I get to hold on to is Horde Robber. Luckily, they didn't have it. It's more like it. But yeah, variance always evens out in the long run. If you don't like randomness, don't play Magic. It's a very frustrating thing within the community to blame, you know, things like the Shuffler and stuff like that on bad variance, you know. That's all it is. Okay, pretty good. I wish I was going first, of course, but, you know, still pretty good. Ooh, nice. Pretty good chance Rabble Rouser will be able to rumble here. Of course, depends on what they play, but as it always does. Oh yeah, definitely rumbling. That is one thing about Pilgrim's Eye that can feel pretty rough, is when you're up against, like, double-team creatures and stuff, it's like, dang. I think we want to play Valor Singer here. Next turn we can play our Hireling. Hopefully we can get in for a hit. Okay, they're all in on Pilgrim's Eyes. Okay, so We are going to get some treasure here, if nothing else. We really need to stop drawing lands, though, again. They are our friend, apparently. Treasure. Do I play Rabble-Rouser? Or hold on to the treasures, you know, in case we actually get to untap and use the ability? I think we'll hold on to the treasure. There's an Owlbear. Okay. My god. Are we running like 25 lands in this deck? Activate only as a sorcery. It says 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can get this to a 4 all on its own. Yeah, so I think we attack with the Rabble-Rouser here. If they block with Owlbear, we kill it with the pumps. And if they don't block, we kill Owlbear with treasure. So they kind of have to block. It's more efficient for them to block anyway. Yeah, we're going to play a Rabble-Rouser now. We're in trouble, though. We're just drawing far too many cards. Far too many lands, I mean. We are going to finish... Oh, God. We are going to finish in the green on the wins. Oh, my God. The salt. The salt is real. The variance is not our friend today. Yeah, so we're 13 cards in, just to take a look at how bad this has gone. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of our... I guess we're 14 cards in. Did I run 41 cards? But anyway, point is I have 1 million lands. And I've drawn mostly lands since the game began. We do have a bomb or two that could help get us out of this, but they're not going to do it single-handedly, especially if they just, like, cast a dragon here, which is basically what's going to happen. They're going to cast a dragon. I mean, we know they're going to cast one. Yeah, so there you go. This is going to be, like, the most disappointing 4-3 ever. Could I have run fewer lands in this deck? Maybe, I guess, but obviously that's not our only problem. Yeah, we're just gonna scoop. We don't need to waste anyone's time. It doesn't matter at this point. Like, even if we drew our hag on the next turn, we're too far behind. Ouch. Well, at least we finished in the green. For a second there, it looked like we would not. So